Hi there. A friend of mine recently shared a post that she found on Facebook that I think adequately sums up where Westlake Academy administrators as well as school administrators across the country find themselves at the moment, and I'd like to share it with you. As our leaders begin to plan for what school will look like in the near future, pray for them. If school starts normally, people will be angry. If school starts with restrictions, people will be angry. If we wear masks, people will be angry. If we don't wear masks, people will be angry. If student sports are canceled, people will be angry. If student sports are allowed to proceed without spectators, people will be angry. If we have a staggered start time or distance learning or a combination of both, people will be angry. I think that about sums it up. I'm not certain there are any right answers here. I am certain that no matter what's decided in terms of what school looks like in the fall, that not everyone will be happy. I'm also certain that you have a dedicated team of professionals at Westlake Academy that are sorting through mounds of information and data, some of it conflicting, trying to come up with the absolute best strategy to ensure the safety of your kids, our students, our teachers, our staff, to ensure their safety when they return to the campus this fall. I do ask that you give them some grace, and I do ask that you pray for them in their decision making. It is a tough job, but I know they're up to the task. Certainly know they're dedicated to the task. You'll be hearing from them in the days and weeks to come, and do know that as information is available, they will be sharing it with you just right away. So stay tuned. Changing subjects for just a minute, I wanted to give you just a brief update on our most recent call with Tarrant County Judge Glenn Whitley and the Tarrant County Medical Director, Vinnie Taneja. That call was on Wednesday, and in my opinion, there were a couple of significant takeaways. The first and most obvious is that COVID-19 is on the rise in Tarrant County and has been for the last, 4 or 5 weeks. Some would say that that's just the result of an increased number of tests, and the increased number of tests would account for an increase in just the raw number of cases. But the real important number to watch, in my opinion, is the positivity rate. Around Memorial Day, towards the end of May, the positivity rate in Tarrant County for most of our Tarrant County testing facilities was about 5%, meaning that there were 5 positive cases for every 100 tests administered. As of this past Wednesday and the weeks prior to that, that number is now around 20% for most of our Tarrant County testing facilities. By way of comparison, I read this morning that the Dallas County number is about 11.5%. So it's significant. It's also important to understand that these cases that we're seeing now are not facility-based. They're not related to nursing homes or retirement communities or the county homes or jails or detention facilities like so many of our cases were in the spring. These are very clearly community spread and are the result of people just being out and about. It's important to know that we do still have hospital availability, we have ICU beds, we have ventilator capacity, but that the number of COVID-filled beds in Tarrant County hospitals is definitely increasing. So important to watch those numbers as well. And that brings me to the last thing that was of significance on the call, the dreaded subject of masks. For the life of me, I'm not really sure how this became so political, but political it is. I would ask you, though, for just a moment to put politics aside. It does appear that the vast majority of experts are in agreement that wearing a mask and social distancing, are really just 2 important things that we can do as individuals to help turn this thing around. And specifically with respect to the subject of masks, if you disagree with me, if you disagree with the experts and you just don't want to do it, I would ask you the same question that my husband asks me whenever I'm faced with a decision about which I'm unsure. The question he'll ask of me is, well, what's the most correctable mistake? When I apply that question to the subject of masks, my analysis goes something like this. Let's assume that the experts are wrong and that wearing masks has absolutely no positive impact on the spread of COVID-19. So you wear the mask anyway, and you're hot and you're uncomfortable and it doesn't do anything. Well, basically, no harm, no foul. Pretty correctable mistake. But what if the opposite is true? What if wearing a mask really is important and really could turn this thing around and you refuse to do it? Well, that's a mistake that may not be correctable at all. So I'd ask you, just wear the mask. If for no other reason, it's just the more correctable mistake. I hope you have a great weekend. It's gonna be hot out there. Stay safe, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.